of empathy. What you don't want to receive, do not do it to others. And what to do to others, think about it. That what if the tables turned and it faces you? Would you accept the same fate? That's food for thought. And remember, it's our season of ever flourishing, a year of ever flourishing. You're going to flourish in all you do as long as you keep it constant, as long as you're consistent and hardworking. And whatever faith you believe in, hold on to your faith tight, because that is what will keep you going. When the chips are down, the faith will always be there. Just like we say, family is bonding. When everybody has left you, your family will always be by your side. Welcome to the show. I'm not here alone. I have my very own co-host in the studio. You know her already. I call her Mama Gen Z. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning to you, Joy. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm okay.
Okay, so morning is a time you need to set a tone for yourself to do something meaningful. It's a time for you to set a tone for yourself whereby you do something meaningful, something that deserves. You know, that you look back and you believe that, oh, wow, I've done something for myself today. So a beautiful morning to you. And as you set out this morning, I pray it will be the best of the morning that you ever envisage. Yes, the best, positively. That's what I mean. It's another time for us to share, to relate, to talk, for your opinion, my opinion to be put together. And let's see how well we're doing regarding our family, because that's what family and value is all about. So how was your family? How is your family? And today is another day. So what is happening to your family today? Yesterday is gone, today is here. We need to set a good and a beautiful pace for ourselves. So my name is remain Olori Adejoke Adubi David, and my friends call me Olori DJ. You're welcome to the show. I hope you're ready with your comments, with your suggestions. We need to get it back. We need to know how far you're going with your family, and that's why we're here. So let's go.
Yeah, that's why we're here. How are you doing this morning?
Great. To God be the glory.
To God be the glory. We are here. Any birthday shout out?
Yeah, to everyone celebrating, we pray to not be the least of celebration. Many good things is about to set pace into your life as you had another year, as you celebrate and remember the good memory anniversaries today, 4th of February. So.
Yeah, 4th of February days to say that February born as a result of November. And November born is going to be the result of Valentine. Yeah, that's always the stereotype.
It's another opportunity for you to know that love, will find you.
Of course,
and
love will find you.
The blessings of God will also locate you, irrespective of where or how you are presenting things before you. I pray we wish you the very best of love and blessings surrounding everything that you set your heart to do.
Surrounding everything that you set your heart to do. We wish you the very best. All right, let's go into the business of the day. Let's go into our mini feature. And when we return, our guest will be joining us via Zoom. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The role of third party in relationships. In any relationship, the presence of third parties can have a significant impact on the dynamics, communication, and overall health of the partnership. While some third party influences can be beneficial, others can create tension, conflict, and even lead to the breakdown of the relationship. This write-up explores the complexities of third-party involvement in relationships, discussing the potential benefits and drawbacks, and offering guidance on navigating these situations. Benefits of third-party involvement. 1. Mediation and conflict resolution. A neutral third party, such as a therapist or counselor, can facilitate communication and conflict resolution, helping the couple to work through challenges and strengthen their relationship. 2. Support and guidance. Friends, family, or a trusted mentor can offer emotional support, guide the new perspectives, enriching the relationship and providing a sense of community. Shared interest and activities. Engaging in shared interest and activities with others can bring new excitement and joy to the relationship. fostering a sense of connection and togetherness. Drawbacks of third-party involvement. 1. Interference and boundary issues. Overly involved or opinionated third parties can create tension, conflicts and boundary issues, potentially destabilizing the relationship. 2. Comparison and competition. Comparing oneself to others or feeling competitive with third parties can lead to feelings of inadequacy, resentment and jealousy, damaging the relationship. 3. Dependence on external validation. Relying too heavily on third-party validation or approval can undermine the relationship's foundation, creating an unhealthy dynamic of seeking external validation rather than nurturing internal connection and communication. Navigating third-party involvement. 1. Establish clear boundaries. Communicate openly with your partner and third parties about your boundaries, needs, and expectations. 2. Prioritize internal communication. Foster a strong internal connection with your partner, ensuring that your communication and conflict resolution skills are robust and resilient. 3. Seek support from trusted sources. Surround yourself with supportive, trusted individuals who can offer guidance, encouragement, and a fresh perspective. 4. Maintain a healthy balance. Balance your involvement with third parties with quality time and attention devoted to your partner and relationship. Third-party involvement in relationships can be both beneficial and detrimental. By recognizing the potential benefits and drawbacks, establishing clear boundaries, prioritizing internal communication, and seeking support from trusted sources, can navigate the complexities of third-party involvement and cultivate a healthy, fulfilling relationship.
Okay, welcome back. Yes, today we will be discussing the role of third parties in relationship. Of course, it's Tuesday with a difference. You would understand and believe that third party has caused a lot of havoc in many relationships. A lot of people that take a walk out of relationships because of them say, I heard, this one told me, that one. Or you bring people into your relationship issues and then they start advising you wrongly. What is the role of third parties in relationship? We are going to be looking at the positive aspect of it and then touch a little bit of the negativity aspect to balance it up. And this morning we have our very own, when you know if you know Family and Values, we talk about the head boy of the fellowship. You know, we are talking about good morning, Pastor Akin Ayewanle. Good morning to you. He is a marriage counselor. He's the lead pastor of Splendid Church. Good morning.
Good morning, Pastor Akin Ayewale. How are you this morning?
Good morning. Pastor has been on the mountain. He's been fasting.
How have you been, sir?
Hello, Pastor. Good morning. Okay. I believe maybe his network is having a bit of this thing. I really want us to have a smooth conversation this morning. The role of third parties in a relationship. You know, just yesterday somebody was having a conversation with me how somebody lost a very important relationship because she brought in an external person to advise, not knowing that the person had an eye on the man she was supposed to advise. So she advised wrongly. Years later, she discovered that the same person that advised her wrongly got married to this same person. And now this is not Nollywood, this is not Nigerian movie, this was reality. You know, it happened. it happens, and it happens everywhere. When we see it in the movies, we believe it's just the movies, but it happening. Third party relationship, the role of third party relationship. I don't know if Pastor is back. Good. Hello. Okay, while we are waiting for Pastor to join the conversation, what is your take on the role of third party in a relationship? The way you're just feeling it is like
we really need a third party in a relationship, and whoever has to be the third party should be someone you can see good example in, someone you know in terms of the flaws. You know, the person is still standing. I'm not saying someone will be pretending now. We have many people who are pretending. Their home is not, you know, what to call a home. The relationship, it's zero when it comes to relationship. But still, you see them, you know, look. So you need to be careful who you actually make to be your third wheel. Why not make God your third wheel?
Why not make God your third wheel?
Except, like I guess I said it yesterday, unless if you're going through a relationship that is toxic, that is, you know, physically abused, mentally abused, is business of the day.
All right.
But if this is not the only person you can make to be your third wheel, she'll be, you know, some will also tell you that I would rather want to discuss my issue not with the pastor in my church. It's not because my pastor will say it or use it to pray.
Okay, I think our guest is back.
Okay, Pastor Ayowale is back.
He's back. Good morning. Welcome back. Hello, Pastor. Okay.
Pastor Ayowale, good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Happy New Year!
That's true. Happy New Year to you. Okay, so this morning we are discussing the role of third parties in a relationship. I'm sure you've encountered them in the course of counseling over and over, and it's becoming an issue. But let me ask, is there really a need for a third party in a relationship? And who qualifies for that role as a third party? Is there a need for it? Just like Olori asked, is there a need for a third party in a relationship ever? And even if there is, who qualifies to come in as a third party?
Right. Thank you. Third parties, I can tell you, in marriage relationship, right, people, or it could be a device, it can be a medium that impact on your marriage. So it can be individual, it can be phone can be a third party, money can be a third party, all right? Because we need to define who a third party is for us to take advantage of the blessing or the advantage of having a third party or not. Because people don't really understand who is the third party. The third party is someone or something that have impact on both of you, husband and wife. In fact, your children can be a third party in a case, you understand? So it's important. Now, to your question, do we really need third parties? I would say yes, and I would say no, depending on the situation at hand. Right? I was listening to people talking about counselors, about we have some, like me, I'm a marriage counselor by the right, and my influence in people's lives may be considered positive. God has used me one way or the other to help them. You understand? But there are third parties that we very, 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 very important. I mean, very, very careful about. I spoke about technologies right now. In most marriages today, what is causing big problem is social media, who is a very strong third party in our marriages today. Okay, we are having a lot of issues. You know, I deal with these things every day. We are having a lot of issues today, not because of in-laws. It used to be in-laws. It used to be as mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, what have you, before now. But now things technology, I mean, come into the screen. We have seen that social media has been a very strong, very, very strong property in marriages, and the impact is enormous. I'm telling you, the impact is very, 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 very. And when I say the impact is negative impact on the family, because various reasons. Comparison, you know, I was listening to the intro before we came in right now. You know, people begin to compare themselves. The pressure on the woman, the pressure of wanting to be, I mean, comparing your home, your relationship, your marriage, your family, your children, your husband, your wife, comparing them to what you are saying on the screen, what you are saying on your phone, on social media, is having a negative, I mean, if not 100%, I'm sure it's close to 90% that is having the impact on our relationship. So, like I said, we have both positive and negative. But when we are talking about the negative one, social media, I'm telling you, social media is destroying homes, destroying relationships right now. I'm telling you the truth. That is the first party that we need to kick out of our home. Because if you are not careful, you begin to see, compare, and you want to measure up with what you are seeing on the social media. People don't know the benefits of social media and the negativity of social media. I've had issues, you know, even in my office right now, I've had issues of people, you know, having challenges, not because they are bad couples, but because of they want to measure up. They want to measure up with what they are seeing on the social media. Oh, you must propose like this. You know, marriage proposal has changed. Now it must be. It is becoming a format. Before you propose to somebody, that is becoming a format that it must be like this. It was not like that before. That's part of the negative impact of the third party in our relationship right now. Let me put it there. Let me stop there for now. I hope I've answered your question.
To find out what are those influences that comes from the third party, whether positively or negatively. What are those, you know, how do you put it together when you talk about the third party, their influence in the life of those? You said a third party is someone who is out there who has impact on both the male and the female, on the couple. So how can this same third party influence them positively or negatively? What are those things that this third party can do to influence them? You just mentioned. So what are those negative and the positive side of this third party in the lives of this couple?
Okay, I think Pastor is having issues with the audio. So let's see how it can be rectified, and he comes back to join the conversation.
sometimes in the process, like you said, yeah, no, just like I said it. It's either you have it or you just stick to God. Just help you to push it. But when you have counselors or you have people, of course there must be, like someone will tell you, your Bible will say, it means that it's good when you have a bad husband.
But don't have a bad people.
You know, you don't have the bad in-laws. Because if the husband is bad, or if the in-laws are bad, who are you going to go and report him to when he starts messing up? But when you have an in-law who you have good relationship with, it goes a long way. It gives you a good reason to go
soft
to
landing.
Close,
yeah.
Anyway, I know that your uncle.
That's,
I want to report it to your uncle.
You know, the situation
And
is nowhere.
it helps you. It helps you. Even sometimes when you are the one at fault, you can
The
always
person
run
run under there to cover
the
up.
canopy to cover and say, you know, she's the daughter of another person. We don't want that trouble for you. You know, even though that's because you have a in-law. But in a situation whereby your husband loves you, but your in-law, hey, nah, another trouble.
That is why they say if you're getting married, you're not marrying the man alone, you're marrying the entire family.
The entire family. That's why we're Africans.
You're marrying the entire
family.
family.
We're not the Westerns, but these days, the generation we're now,
the Gen Z, the
a percentage
Alphas,
of them will tell
they'll
you.
tell you it's me, myself, and I.
You know, someone said they are selfish. They think of themselves alone.
But that's
they
how it
love
looks.
everything about themselves.
Yeah, that's the look.
Know, and someone discussed with me over the weekend. The way the person will say, "Take care of yourself. Don't shake it." I say, "Hey, imagine, you know, calling you back to light. A young person telling you back. Your own life is very important. Any other person was telling that person. The person is an elderly person, and he's telling auntie, take care of yourself. You see all these children, they think of themselves first. So in the process of talking about the third party, he said it, money can be a third party, your children can be a third party. Because sometimes when husband and wife have issues, you understand?
And then especially when the kids are grown up, they turn to make them their judge, you come here.
So like, it's because of my children I'm doing this. The man will say, I don't want my children to suffer. You are coming from this family. This is what I want for my family. And I'm not following your own trend. I want my own family to be like this. So when the two who are coming together to become one decide to walk in one accord, in unity, yes, there'll be times you have, see, marriage is not bed of roses. You just don't sleep there. Oh no.
You know, that was why yesterday you asked a question, and I guess you said, how do we differentiate relationship challenges and toxic patterns, you know, in as much as marriage is not a bed of roses. Very true, that's true.
So, and some will put themselves in your shoes. I went through this. This was how I was able to manage it. And by the help of God, I'm where I am today. So maybe you can try if it will work. See, they will give you two
options. Yeah, you choose which one.
So it's either you take this or you take this. But you yourself, you go back to your inner self and ask yourself, do I want to take this? If I take this, these are the consequences. And if I take this, I think this will work well for me. Because I still love my husband. I don't want to move. He's not beating me. He's not really abusing me. It's just a little misunderstanding or a little misconception of word that's actually brought us to this state, that brought me to.
And some is lack of tolerance. All right, let's go on our word of mouth. When we return, hopefully Pastor Akinwale will be able to join us over the conversation. We'll be right back. Anyway, welcome back. That was our word of Mabu. Okay, Dr. Pastor, back. Hello, Pastor.
Wait, Pastor. I also want to chip in this, that as much as you may have issues with your relationship, it's not all the time you have to seek a third party. In a situation whereby maybe it's about finances, and you have misunderstanding with your husband or wife, you have to be careful.
That's another one.
Be careful. Money is the root of all evil. Money can bring together, money can dismantle, can totally destroy. And so, in that situation, who do you need? You need someone who knows well about finances, managing finances. This time around, don't go to someone who is financially inclined, who can help you. Maybe you have a joint, business, not even accounts now. Talk to someone who will be able to break it down for the
and make you see in between the lines.
Okay, now you made a mistake at this time. Maybe this is what you would have
done next time.
Next time, this is better that way. But if you go to some people who use the drugs for headache, for the eye, the counselor for your tooth, you cannot use it for your eye or your headache. So you need to know that there are people who are experiencing certain situations,
area of life,
when it comes to relationship between husband and wife.
Do you know that this thing reminds me of what I guess said last week? She said she was counseling somebody, and then she went to the person's social media handle and saw the advice the person gave out to the public, and then she said, and that's what they want to hear now. And this same lady came for counseling. So a lot of people give advice based on the bitterness of what they've been through. So they are saying that your relationship is going on smooth, it's fine, it's good.
You gave her,
yes.
She walked in because there was a crack in
the wall,
and she just decided to find it easy to sleep in. And she was given the right
and she became the good
and she was following
the advice,
her breakdown advice, the advice that really take her out of her husband.
And the other one was really pretty, so lovely, so nice, so this. So you see, sometimes then you see this third party, just like I was saying, social media again is something that people go on social media. I saw something early yesterday. Somebody said, don't say, if don't call me, I won't call you. You know, when they say don't check on them, don't check. If they don't check on you, you don't check on them. If they don't,
there for me, I'm there for you.
Yes.
Not there for me. That slogan came in early this
Yes, and then
it's a wrong one.
Yes, somebody now counseled it and said, no, if somebody doesn't check up on you, check on the person. The person might be going through something. It's not a case of, if you don't call me, I don't call you. If you don't, so sometimes you look at all those things and you're like, you want to be alone. But when it comes to relationship, a lot of people have put it out there. That's why we have a lot of online in-laws. And something happens, and you have association of online in-laws, and they pride themselves and they say, gather here, let's have conversation. And one of these kids makers, he said, if I get married, he said, I will secretly. He said, so that one small person would not come and give advice in my own marriage. He went as far as thinking that when you when you bring in thought into your relationship, what is running through your mind? What do you want to achieve?
What we're trying to achieve sometimes is, most times some are confused. They believe they are not doing it well, they're not doing it right. Maybe that's why they are finding it difficult at this particular stage or point in their life. Some are just lost and they need someone to bring them back so that they can find their path back to where they're supposed to be. And some, maybe as a result of that misunderstanding between him or her and the partner, they need a place to run onto, a place you can just find someone to stand gidigba and say, I'm behind you. Yes, it happens.
And that's when you're talking about the positive side of third party.
But,
for instance, there's domestic violence.
Fragile heart. You see, this heart is very fragile. This heart, oh my God, very fragile. Fragile in the sense that we are not wired the same way. We don't have the same strength to carry certain problems or certain misunderstanding or situation around us. Some are too young to even understand it because they went into that relationship young. And so they don't have even parents they can go to.
They can run
to advise them. Some are from a broken relationship. Their family is from a broken
true.
home. And so they are lost. They are just in the wilderness going, and some fall into the wrong hands. They fall into the wrong hands because they are weak and their heart is fragile at that particular point in time. So it's just like a small child that the mother beats, or who has a narcissistic parent, mother or father. And the moment you bring down that child, I would have aborted you, and I should blah 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 blah, say all manner of things. I'm even regretting. The moment such a child see somebody who is saying, "What happened to you? Why are you crying? Okay, come follow me." Decide to bring that child to reasoning, petting, loving that he or she never got from the parents. Such a child, will surely fall into the hands. The same thing happened to someone who is in a relationship and is having the same thing, who is wandering through the wilderness. The heart is wandering. He or she needs a consolation, somewhere he or she can find solace. You understand? Yeah. Anybody that comes in will be the next person. The person will fall into the hands. God save that person if he doesn't fall into the hands of a wicked soul.
Do you know that,
like this story just painted?
Do you know that sometimes you see the issue of third party, like a family setting, you're seeing that your younger one or somebody, your sister, is being maltreated and she can't speak for herself. That personal inclination to want to make you want to stand up for that person will always come in.
Hello, sweet.
And sometimes you're now careful, like,
you need to be careful,
should I come in and the person would reject you? Say, did I tell you to come and settle? We've had issues where they say, did I invite you? It is my home. Allow me set it out. I'll set it out. And then you're looking like, but I only came to. I didn't send you. I didn't send you anything.
Go and manage your own. That's what they will tell you. Go and manage yours. Because coming into a relationship that is having issues as a third party without them inviting you could be dangerous. Could be a wrong step. You are just messing up yourself. And I tell you, there are times you have a partner who has been abused mentally, physically, or psychologically, and you are still trying to come into that, saving that lady or that guy from the wife who has been maltreating or beating him. There's no way I can go again. Just let me just manage it. We have it. We have men who cannot come out and tell you, my wife is abusing me. And they will still want to be like, well, I cannot even come and who am I going to tell that my own wife is beating me? You understand? The same thing applies to a woman who will tell you, it's my husband, for the children, let me just see. And this man was arrested because he damaged her.
Yes.
And
she went back and said,
set the trap, put everything together. They caught this man.
And
at the end of the day,
she said, my family is saying I should forgive.
Please, let it just go.
But talking about the role of spiritual leaders in this thing, let's quickly go on a short break. We'll be right back. Let's see how we can open the phone lines and receive calls concerning today's conversation while we are waiting for our guest, if there's still time for him to join it.
The role of third party in relationships. In any relationship, the presence of third parties can have a significant impact on the dynamics, communication, and overall health of the partnership. While some third party influences can be beneficial, others can create tension, conflict, and even lead to the breakdown of the relationship. This write-up explores the complexities of third party involvement in relationships, discussing the potential benefits and drawbacks, and offering guidance on navigating these situations. Benefits of third-party involvement. 1. Mediation and conflict resolution. A neutral third party, such as a therapist or counselor can facilitate communication and conflict resolution, helping the couple to walk through challenges and strengthen their relationship. 2. Support and guidance. Friends, family, or a trusted mentor can offer emotional support, guidance, and new perspectives, enriching the relationship and providing a sense of community. 3. Shared interest and activities. Engaging in shared interest and activities with others can bring new excitement and joy to the relationship, fostering a sense of connection and togetherness. Drawbacks of third-party involvement.
Okay, welcome back. The studio lines are open. You can send in text messages to tell us your experience about third parties. You can call to also share your conversation on today's topic, the role of third parties in a relationship. The studio lines are displayed there on the screen. Is 08023036856. I'm going to take it again, 08023036856. That's the studio line. Please, you can call in, keep your conversation brief, and send in text messages as much as you can. If you're trying to call and the network is not going, please send in your text message. We appreciate you when your text messages come in. We are discussing the role of third parties in a relationship. All right, we have our first caller. Hello, good morning. Your name and location.
Hello, good morning.
Can you please move away from your television sets? Okay, please, you know the rule. When you call, just move away from your television set. Don't try to hear yourself. The noise echoes back. Don't worry yourself. Your voice is wonderful. You don't need to hear yourself back when you're talking. Okay, now, you know, when we talk about third parties, I think people that have really played it on the negative side are religious leaders and spiritual leaders. They've played Lord over a lot of families, and they have, you know, this issue of your mother-in-law is a witch, your father-in-law is a wizard, your sister-in-law is the one that is holding you not to be...
Not all. Some of them have actually not applied
wisdom. Yeah, I was coming to that aspect.
Wisdom is a principal thing.
A lot of them have not used wisdom.
You need to seek wisdom from God. Some of them, because they want, it's just like the social media. You see, everybody you see on the social who call themselves bloggers are
really bloggers.
Media compliance. Are they really a journalist? But when they want to carry all of them together, they'll say all these media, all these journalists.
Let's pick this call.
Media is open to anyone who is available to just want to throw something on their page for people to just start following them.
Hello,
so the same thing applies to some of our, some of these people you're mentioning, the religious people. Some of them.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Where are you calling from? Who is on the line? Person just want to hear a voice. So some of them have fallen into the wrong
Hello, good morning. Name and location.
Okay, so
please, if you cannot send messages,
because
please.
You want people to know that you see things, or you know, and you want people to start coming to be a congregation under church or mosque. You start, you know,
things that
like you know it all, but it's wrong, because someone confided you to come and seek knowledge out of the problem he or she is going through in a relationship. Finally opened up and see what you have done. You have just decided to start messing it up to the whole congregation.
All right.
Telling them what they never know about this.
Let's pick the score.
I mean, you're under you as a shepherd.
Hello, good morning. Your name and location.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Sir, how are you?
My name is
Your name is?
Henry.
Henry, where are you calling from, Henry?
From the family.
Good to see you.
Yeah. I still appreciate the program. You guys are doing a lot.
Thank you.
When I leave television every day, I love your program.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. It's very, very nice and let me dive into the point students are discussing. I like the first party.
Okay, I think we lost that call.
Lost Henry on that
Lost
call.
that.
Henry, you can send us. See, I would love it when you send text
Send text messages. We'll read
But
your
I know
text
many of you want
messages.
to hear yourself.
And please, you have a gift. Yeah, we have 2 gifts to give to our viewers, courtesy of yesterday's guest. Good morning. Your name and location. Where are you calling us from?
I am Melvin George.
Your name, please.
Melvin George.
Oh, Melvin. Melvin. Okay.
Melvin, how
Yeah, I am calling from Akron, Joshua.
Good to have you on the show this
have you
morning.
on the show.
Yeah, to me, I feel third party in a relationship, it is not something anyone should encourage. If there is any conflict between the man and his wife, I think they can both sit and iron it out by speaking to each other, trying to correct the mistakes that they have done. And it is better the one that has done the mistake should apologize. That is the way the marriage will keep on working. But third party always come in with something that will really destroy the marriage. So I think, to me, the man and woman should learn how to iron out their issues now.
Thank you very much.
Well,
Thank you, Melvin.
It's
Thank
the
you.
truth.
Yeah,
But it's
iron
just
it
that
out.
sometimes we always overpower ourselves. Especially the weak one will now look like you are trying to ride on my
Every time you want me to now be saying
I'm your
sorry.
husband, and some will tell you, because I'm your wife, you don't want to hear me.
You want me to always say I'm sorry.
So, we need to be patient with one another. That's the long and the short of this episode of today. Talk could be good and could be bad. It could be yes, it could be no. But if it is yes, make sure it is with someone who is what is called and to. Not out of advantage of that and use it and spill the whole beans for the whole world to see. Okay, someone you can, believe in what he or she herself is also doing, what he or she represents. It's a beautiful thing for husband and wife to take time. Sometimes we are too full of ourselves. Yes, both husband and wife, and we don't want to hear. Sometimes when we start doing that communication,
Nobody wants to hear.
Children will be hearing the voice.
Nobody wants to hear. Yeah, nobody wants to listen. Wow.
I'll be talking my whole. But if we take it upon ourselves, just like Melvin just said it, if we take it upon ourselves to be patient, to have time to listen to one another, away from if it's possible, go to somewhere that is just you and your husband or you and your wife. That will be, away from the notices of everyone that wants to distract you to come between that discussion. And pour out your heart. Okay, you know what? We discussed, I think it was one of our guests mentioned it. Okay, you be would you want the first talk or you will be the second one, or I should take the first? You try to manage it well. Okay, go ahead, let me listen, but don't interrupt me. Just jot down whatever I have said that you want to reply to, then you now come up with your own. It goes a long way. We don't need a chat in that case. We don't. If we have communication is key. I guess said it in short. All our counselors,
they've always emphasized on it.
You cannot do without
communication.
Hey, two cannot agree if they are not, they can't work together except they come together to agree. And if you have done wrong, your husband is saying, you want to tell me I'm sorry? Okay, tell me I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hug yourself, kiss yourself, smooch, do whatever you think you can. At the end of the day, finish it in the bedroom. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. And it's settled. And we are coming up with another topic. We'll be part of it. So it's been a wonderful time being here this morning. And we know that you have questions. Send those questions to the numbers on your screens by text message or by call. I will promise you will get your answers. Okay? So Melvin, you have a gift from one of our guests yesterday, and also to Henry. So if you two callers, just send your number, and that same on that number on your screen, send your phone number where you're calling us from, and we'll let you know how you pick up this. Okay? And we still have
yes, we
and
do.
One from George, Oworo, and Ilasa. Yeah. So have a beautiful day. My name is available.
Okay, while we round up, somebody sent in a say third party should be the last read, but the women should learn to lower their voices when arguing with their men. All right, we have learned to lower our voices. We will lower our voices. Round up the show this morning. Thank you to everyone, and thank you to our guests. Even though the network didn't allow Pastor do justice to the topic, but yeah, it was wonderful one from the introduction and he started with. Thank you very much. Tomorrow it's Wednesday, and we'll be discussing marriage as a partnership, not a power struggle. Marriage as a partnership, not a power struggle. I would like the audience tomorrow. I think this one everybody wants to put in their one or two. Marriage as partnership, not a power struggle. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. I am Princess Joy Eyo Abu. Have a wonderful Tuesday with a difference and slice. Please, women, lower your voices, just like our audience has sent in a text message. We should learn to lower our voices. I lower my voice as I leave the studio. Bye.